In this video, we are going to continue with the brownie method in taking a part of a part, which is the same thing as multiplying two fractions. So we see the word of, it is representing multiplication. And when you take a part of a part, you will always end up with a smaller part. We are going to look at the first two brownie pans together, and then you are going to try out the rest on your own. So we're going to start with this pan, and right here we're taking a half of a half. So we're going to start with half of a pan of brownies left. So I'm going to shade the amount that is left in one color. So that's representing how much of the brownie pan is left. And then I'm going to take half of the leftovers, and I want to know what part of the whole pan is that when I take half of those leftovers. So I'm going to look at the half I have, and I'm going to cut that into two parts. I'm going to take half of it. So I'm going to just cut the pan in half. And so this is the amount of brownies I have left, and I'm going to take half of that. So I'm going to color, go in the other direction, half of the pan. And the question is, what part does this represent out of the whole pan of brownies? And you can see it's been cut into 4 equal parts, and this represents 1/4 of the pan. So our product is 1/4, and you'll see that the fraction, the answer, is smaller than both of the factors, and that's always going to be the case when you take a part of a part. Okay, we're going to look at one more example before you try yours. This pan, we're going to start with 2/3 of a pan of brownies that are left. So I'm going to go up to my brownie pan and cut it into thirds. And I'm going to shade in one color 2 of the thirds. So this is the amount that's left, and we're going to take part of the 2/3. And we're going to take 3/4 of the 2/3. So I'm going to go in the other direction, and I'm going to cut this into 4 equal parts. So I'm going to cut it into 4. So I always like to start with halves. Then I'll take each half and cut them into half, so I get 4ths. So here's 1/4. Here's my 2nd 4th, my 3rd 4th, and my 4th. Well, I need to shade 3 of the 4, and I'm going to do that in my other color. So I'm taking this 4th. I'm going to take this 4th. And I'm going to take one more. So right here represents the amount that I am taking of the original 2/3. And the question is, what does that represent out of the whole pan of brownies? I can just count it up. I am taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. And we cut the whole pan into 12 parts. So I'm taking 6/12 of the whole pan, which is equivalent to half of the pan. So you're going to continue with 2 colors and try out the rest of the brownie pans where you start with the part, and then you're going to go in the other direction, the other part. Good luck.